It's Dragon Ball time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the S.H.Figuarts Vegito! Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan Blue is what that is. This is the second Vegito. Technically the third one. We got Vegito number 1, which I got on the side over here. We'll have a comparison with that guy. And then they got an SDCC exclusive Vegito, which was, again, this figure, but with blue hair and a different paint job. But now we actually have an updated body mold and an updated sculpt. So let's have a look what new Vegito brings to the table. I gotta be honest, the idea of getting yet another character as a re-release isn't the most exciting one, but it's Vegito, and I'm a sucker for fusions. Let's have a look at size. He stands about 16 centimeters to the top of his hair, really to the back of it, which means we're going up to 6.2 inches tall. This comparison, this is the old Vegito mold. It's not the blue-haired one from the SCC exclusive. I have that one, but it's currently busy kicking Goku Black in the face, and you know I love that pose. So I just grabbed this guy, which, as I'm saying, is still the exact same mold. It's just the blue hair, guys, and I guess the paint job was a little bit different, but not really relevant. I really want to have a look at the mode, especially what has changed, what they've done differently. Now, something I've been hammering home these last couple of episodes, every time I review something from Dragon Ball, I talk about the eyes. This is how they kind of used to do it for a while. Thick black lines, and the lines under the eyes are in just like, it's just a line. It's not, it doesn't have any detail, it looks kind of weird, and it's kind of like a light brown. Now, how they are currently doing it and how they've been sticking to doing it for a while now, the lines around the eyes aren't completely black, but they're fairly dark, and the detailed lines under the eyes are like a dark brown tone. So, then we got that out of the way. The first thing that should come to your attention is the earrings, but I actually want to have a look at the hair. Just zoom out real quick. It seems like the old Vegito had hair that's a lot sharper, goes up a lot more, while this one almost seems like Super Saiyan 2. You know, a lot more lenient, kind of falls off a little bit more to the side. This is Super Saiyan 2 blue, right? No, that's not what it is. But I'm just saying, as the mold of the hair goes, that's what I'm thinking. Earrings are also different. They are a lot shorter, but it seems like more detailed actually, and it looks better. It's also metallic, so that's cool. This one's just thick and just, yeah, looks kind of wonky. For the entire body mode, I mean, the most important thing is, like, this is basically the old Goku body mode, and this is the new Goku body mode. Why I'm saying Goku, because that's just the standard for body modes, and especially like the gi and whatnot. It's, you know, this is basically the Goku body in a different color, obviously, because it's part of, it's the fusion, right? Got a lot darker blue on the regular Vegito and a lot lighter one. It's almost like, I like this coloring a lot better. I don't know, it's just kind of like, this blue and this orange is just kind of like bleh. The orange already kind of looks red to me, but that's more the camera, I feel like, and also I'm a bit colorblind, but regardless of that, I like the light blue belt though. That makes it stand out a little bit more, but for the rest of it, you got the articulation in the torso, which the old one didn't have. You got the shoulder pads, which are a lot more floppy. It is smaller in the old one. Then you have the weird kind, well, the bicep already had been fixed in this one, which then just disconnects. And then for the leg movement, actually not movement, but yeah, the mold is way better because these puffy pants looked pretty wonky and the articulation of it wasn't great. And you have the updated knees, old knees on this one, awful. New knees on this one, not perfect, but definitely better. And then down to the boots, a lot less sharper, but that's actually a thing of Dragon Ball Super, because in Dragon Ball Z you had a lot more sharper feet, but in Super I feel like they rounded stuff a lot more. So that's as much as I got for the comparison, but let's have the size comparisons. Figuarts Alter, S.H.Figuarts Goku and Vegeta, and Darkseid. Now with all that out of the way, I still want to have a detailed look at this new Vegito. It's just what I'm going to call him now. So as I already mentioned, the face sculpt, it looks very nice. I love this cocky attitude, and the earrings are awesome. Now the paint job on the blue hair, it is shiny, it is more metallic, and I love that. You can interpret it whichever way you want. could say, well, it's hair, it shouldn't be as shiny, but then like it's hair of a Super Saiyan, and then all logic flies out the window already. And I will always say the same thing. It's an action figure. It's supposed to look nice, so metallic looks nice, aka I like this. Also has a ton of detail actually in the strings for the hair. Then for the entire gi, as I mentioned, I'm not the biggest fan of the coloring. I feel like it's a little bit dull. Could be a little bit more vibrant. Then again, I just said I prefer the darker version of previous Vegeta. I don't know, it just doesn't really do it for me. But the paint is clean. Well, except for there. Actually, the paint is not clean for the most part. It has some small slips, but then again, there is not really much paint to top off. You got the Vegeta gloves with some wrinkles up there, and actually a nice muscle mode. Well, fairly standard muscle mode, but still it looks good in general, is what I'm saying. Not really a lot of wrinkles in the back, and then you got a butt mode. The belt is floaty. You can rotate that around, doesn't get into the way of your articulation. And actually, it feels like there's some shading in the pants, but completely random. Now, the thing I hate about it the most is how this knee pad just like, you know, it gets like a lot darker down here, except for the knee pad, which is a lot bright over there. It just completely breaks it up and makes it pointless. It's just, that's what I'm saying. I like shading, alright? Don't get me wrong. It's like, just don't complain, there's shading. But it's not done well. It's just like, there's some, and done. And we'll call it a day. So I'm not a fan of that. And then you got a lot more of a brown tone in the boots, in the top, in the front part of the boots, and the rest of it is just, you know, obviously white with some wrinkles on it. So overall, I mean, it looks like Vegito. It has the aesthetics are very good, but you know, there's some things that are just kind of meh about it. So this being a fairly standard body mold for the S.H.Figuarts line, it's still pretty good, but there's nothing really mind-blowing about it. So you got the head movement, goes back and forth, does tilt side to side very nicely. It's pretty loose also. Doesn't go all the way around. And let me just forward and backward check that again. You do get some very good range with that. Neck articulation, yes, the neck I think is just on a ball. So you can also bring that forward, which is hard to do because his hair is so spiky. I already cut myself at work today. It hurts. It hurts to do this. Help me. Anyway, you can rotate the neck around. Can bring that side to side a little bit. For your shoulder articulation, this keeps getting in the way. That's just getting on my nerves. But you have a ball joint in the chest area, which goes into a hinge connected to the shoulder itself. And you have a beautiful butterfly joint, which does go forward. And you can't push it as much. So you get some very nice range for some punches. Then you can rotate it in the with the ball in there. And with the hinge, it goes up very nicely. Then you got a bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, and the fist is on a ball hinge, which, there you go. It doesn't have the greatest range because it didn't leave that much of a gap, but that's fine. Rotates, has a nice swivel. Chest area, rotates around, back, forward. It's kind of limited, but it's alright, I guess. The way it's molded, you can't really do much more. I guess you could, but then again, at least it doesn't have any gaps. Now for the lower torso, the hip part, you can bring that side to side. Rotates all, wow. Yes, it does rotate all the way around. The belt is soft plastic, I just noticed that. Soft-ish, because otherwise it wouldn't move around with it so well. It does go back and forth a little bit. And now for the crotch piece, legs move forward very nicely, move out to the side, and move to the back without any trouble. This is just the legs. I'm a big fan of what they did with the legs. Have some rotation in there, double hinged knees, and move that out. Still looks ugly, but you know, still trying to fix that, I guess. Figuarts is, I mean, not me. Foot, swivel side, well, go side to side, and does swivel around, and does have a toe hinge, which is completely stuck on this side, but does also go back and forth, and you can rotate it around because it's on long pack, by the way. But I can't. Is that all you get? Hold on. Yeah, I guess that's all you get. So waist of a toe hinge. And for your accessories, round of applause for the accessories. I'm not even being sarcastic because this is a great batch of accessories. This is like, you know, Figuarts, Not doing any energy effects, well, not doing a lot of energy effects. They rather sell that in like single packages. They deliver with this one. So let's get over the faces first and foremost. You have one angry gritting T-face and one yelling face where he looks straight, but you also get a yelling face where he looks to the side. That one also comes with a hair, the two front hairs, which are moving to the side for more action poses. Final Kamehameha! With like lightning coming out of it. This is like the most basic Kamehameha effect. We've seen that a couple of times, but what is this? What's this? There's a peg on it? Yes! They finally put a peg on it so I can connect it to a hand. Oh my god. I'm actually ecstatic. It's such a small thing, but I'm actually ecstatic about it because I hated the things they did before where you just had some kind of grooves where you put the fingers in and every time you move the figure out, it would just like pop, go down. Wouldn't hold at all. Now this time, they did that. They have a hand, which I'll get to in a second. Actually, let me get to the hands right now. You have the one chop hand and one somewhat folded hand, which is it focusing? Chop and folding. One this kind of open grab hand, and then you got the booby grab hand with the peg hole for the final Kamehameha. Then you got your regular booby grab hands. Well, just grabbing hands, but you know, we call them booby grab hands because it looks like he's grabbing for boobies. Then you have the open blast hands and also obviously an instant transmission. You gotta have those. Now what's this madness? You got Spirit Sword, which is in two pieces. Why is it in two pieces? Well, you have this one, which you can connect to the back of a Zamasu or any other figure you don't like, actually. This is what it's supposed to look like. You can put the back on Zamasu and like the front piece and you switch out the packs. There you go. That's what I was not getting right. So you just connect that to the front of this and, well, you can actually connect this to the back. And then you also have these energy beams where in one side you put the hand in and the other side you put the beam in to make it look even better. And yeah, so you know, I just wanted to take a picture of this, but I wanted to show you actually how much kind of crap this is to just get it lined up. So obviously the arm still somewhat supports the Spirit Sword, but then you have the hand which gives away, and obviously it's way too heavy. I wish they would have added like a second clip to get to the front of his body. So I don't really know. Like that's it. Yeah, he's dead. He's been defeated. Unfortunate. I really wanted to use this because I hate the Zamasu guy. Fall. But yeah, I just way too much of a pain to get him into position. Final thoughts for the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Now, a couple of things to note. First and foremost, the head is so wobbly, it's annoying to get it into position. It's just like, every time I get it into one position and I move anything else around, the head just kind of wobbles around. So that's unfortunate. I'm gonna see if I can tighten that up. The other thing is, you cannot take the front hair, which just fell to the ground. The front hair, which is kind of going to the side over here, cannot take that off, which, why? You already made the gimmick that you can change the hair, but this one is just connected permanently to this face. So, cannot get any of that, but yeah, other than that, this figure is amazing actually. I love the amount of accessories you're getting. Obviously it is, you know, not the most exciting body mode, but everything that is here is done very nicely, and it is an obvious upgrade compared to this one, even if you got the SECC one. The only issue I have with this, and that this one, the new one, doesn't have yellow hair. You only have the blue hair. You don't have the dark hair or anything else, just the blue one. This figure is recommended because I like this figure, and all the problems I have are boiled down to nitpicks of coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't. Still, the figure's great. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Vegito Blue wants. A couple of different hair, but then again, then it wouldn't be blue.